Yes, I think screen is visible. Before starting the lecture, just I want to tell you, uh, yeah, I could not conduct so many lectures from last 2 weeks. I think it's a massive COVID attack uh, in my home, and moreover, nearly all of my family members were uh, infected by this COVID, and I have lost my mother as well due to COVID. Right now, I am in condition I can conduct the lecture, but not fully recovered. Okay, but I can conduct the lectures. Okay, so uh, all of you please stay safe from this COVID attack. Okay, this is my request to all, especially stay safe and take care of your family. All right, so let's move on. So today I think Paras sir, yeah, thank you, Lena. Yeah, so I think Paras sir has taken a lecture on this note, and he has completed the last part of those examples like rank correlations, right? I think rank correlations has been completed. Tied rank is also completed, right? Okay, these things has been completed from Paras sir. So today I'm going to start with regressions. Okay, the last topic of this chapter. After that, I will tell you. I will give you the assignments as well and the deadline as well. Okay, because so many days I could not give you the assignments, deadline, everything. I will give you today. Okay. So what is a regression? Regression is defined as a method of estimating the value of one variable when that of the other variable is known or and the variables is correlated. Correlation coefficients, I told you what is a correlation coefficient and what is a correlations is mean about. Okay. If there are two or more variables, one is independent, another one is dependent. Let's say two variables, one is independent, another one is dependent. Then we can say we can predict the value of the dependent variable through the use of independent variables. That is all about the prediction will take place by the by the equation of regressions. There are two types of regressions mainly, that is simple and multiple regressions, and linear and nonlinear regressions. Generally, we are going to talk about simple regressions and especially linear regressions. So simple and multiple regressions, there the difference between this simple and multiple regression, we can say like that manner, that the regression for studying only two variables is called a simple regressions. Only two variables means one is independent, another one is dependent variables, right? It's known as simple regressions. And the multiple regression means the regression analysis that studying more than two variables. Okay, if I have more than two variables, that means more than two variables means more than two independent variables. Okay, dependent variable single. Okay, but more than two independent variables is called multiple regressions. Now, what is a linear regression? Linear regression is if the regression curve is a straight line. Regression curve is straight line means the prediction line, that the line which are actually going to predict, we are going to predict, that is a single straight line, then we can say that is a linear regression. Okay, it can be like one variable, more than one variable, one independent variable, or can be more than one independent variable. It can be possible, but the regression curve is a straight line. Generally, we are interested in this part today. Okay, we are interested in this part. I will tell you how to calculate the regression, linear regression. Just a minute. Okay. So the next thing is nonlinear regression. Nonlinear regression can be appear in your exam as a short question or as a normal uh, 1 mark question. If the regression curve is not a straight line, that is it's not a first degree equation, okay, or first order equation of x and y, then this equation is known as a nonlinear or curvilinear. That means it's a curve, it's a polynomial curve. Like the power of the equation is not in linear power, it's a square cube, okay, power 4. Okay, that is that type of equation is known as nonlinear regression. Whenever we have this type of regression curve, then we can say this is going to be nonlinear regression. Very straightforward. Let's go for line of regression. So line of regression of y on x, it is a line which will gives the best estimate for the value of y for any given values of x. So given value of x will be given to you. Okay, values of x will be given to you. Depending on the value, we can estimate the values of y. Okay, and that estimate is the best estimate through some straight line. That straight line is known as line of regression of y on x. Regression equation of y on x can be given as, this is the formula you have to remember. A straightforward formula, y minus y bar equals to r times, r is a correlation coefficient, sigma y is a variance of y, sorry, standard deviation of y, and sigma x is a standard deviation of x times x minus x bar. Okay, so if you observe, you can easily compare these things with a regular straight line equation, y equals to mx plus c, y equals to mx plus c. This is a regular correlation straight line equation where m is the slope. M is the slope. So what is the slope here? Here you can find this is going, this one you can compare. This one is going to be your slope. This whole thing is going to be your slope, r times sigma y by sigma x. X minus x bar is the multiplication. Okay, x bar is a constant. Okay, for your information, this is a constant because x bar means mean of x or arithmetic mean of x. Y bar is another constant. Y bar is a arithmetic mean of y. Now line of regression y and x is another things. So sometimes we can write line of regression of y on x, sometimes we can write line of regression of x on y, depending on the scenario. I will tell you when we will write y on x, when we will write x on y. X on y means x is the dependent variable here, so x will play the role of dependent variable, and y on x means y will play the role of dependent variables. Okay, apart from that everything is same, only changes in the correlation, only changes in the coefficient or the slope. Here x on y means slope is going to be r times x, sigma x by sigma y, r times sigma x by sigma y, because we are talking about x on y. X on y means the sigma y part will be on the denominator and sigma x will be on the numerator. So sigma x by sigma y, r times sigma x by sigma y times y minus y bar. Also we can written as x equals to a plus by, the standard form. I will let you know when we will apply x on y regression and y on x regressions. The slope b, okay, the slope b or bx, byx or bxy, okay, of the line of regression y on x, okay, of the line of regression y on x is called the coefficient of regression. Is called the coefficient of regression of y on x. It's denoted as byx. Okay, it represents the increment of the value of y corresponds to the unit change of the value of x. Okay, that means it is a slope. Okay, slope means what? How much the value of y is increasing whenever we have a unit changes. Unit change, single one unit changes in the value of x. Okay, regression coefficient of y on x is can be given as byx, and the formula is r sigma y by sigma x. As I told you, this is going to be the slope, r times sigma y by sigma x. Now what is r? Again recall, r equals to correlation coefficient. R equals to correlation coefficient. You know how to calculate correlation coefficient, already you have done it. Okay, r equals to correlation coefficient. Sigma y means standard deviation of y, sigma x means standard deviation of x. Okay, so this is going to be byx. Similarly, what is bxy? Regression coefficient of x on y, the opposite one. regression coefficient of x on y, and is given by r times sigma x by sigma y. Okay, now whenever I'm talking about x on y means the numerator part will be sigma x and denominator part will be sigma y. Okay, here's some formula. Okay, which is going to use in the during solving of equations. So r equals to, we know that correlation coefficient. Now how to calculate r? The value of r can be calculated summation of xy minus summation of x times summation y by n. N is the number of data sets. Okay, divide by sigma x. This is sigma x or variance standard deviation of x. Summation x square by minus summation x whole square by n times this is standard deviation of y. Simple formula r equals to covariance of xy divided by sigma x sigma y. So this is your covariance, this is your covariance, and this is your sigma x, and this is your sigma y. Okay, you have to remember the things. Okay, now what is bxy? Byx equals to r times sigma y by sigma x, r times sigma y by sigma. Now put the plug in the value, r equals to this, sigma x equals to this, sigma y equals to this. Okay, so if I plug in these values, I will get these things get cancelled each other. Okay, let's take it as let's put it byx equals to r times, so r equals to what? R equals to summation xy. Look at this, this is r, this is r, right? This is r equals to summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by n divided by under root summation x square minus summation x whole square under root summation y square minus summation y whole square by n. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to multiply sigma y and divide by sigma x. So you have to multiply sigma y. This is your sigma y. Okay guys, this is your sigma y. Multiply it. Come on, just multiply it. Summation under root summation y square minus summation y whole square by n. Okay, and divide by sigma x. This is your sigma x, right? This is your sigma x. Now divide it by sigma x under root summation x square minus summation x whole square by n. So these things cancel out. These things cancel out. Only these things get multiplied each other. And after multiplication, the numerator is like this, and denominator is, after multiplication, the square root part will get cancelled, and we'll get like summation x square minus summation x whole square by n. Okay, that's a similar manner we'll get b of xy. Okay, b of xy means regression coefficient of x on y. Okay, two things are quite important. Sometimes we will ask you what is byx, sometimes we will ask you what is bxy. Okay, you have to remember this formula. All right, now properties of regression coefficients. The coefficients of correlations or correlation coefficients is a geometric mean of the coefficient of regressions. Like if I tell you what how to calculate r whenever regression coefficients is given to you, byx and bxy both are given to you. So r equals to summation yx, r equals to summation yx, under root b of yx times b of xy. So byx is given to you. That means this is regression coefficient of y on x, this is regression coefficient of x on y. These two regression coefficients are given to you. So how to calculate r? Just multiply them and take the under root. This is going to be your r. Very important question, we can ask in short question manner or MCQ type. Okay, as long as the situation is concerned, your exam might be MCQ type or one liner type online exam. So these things can be very important in your exam. Okay, the arithmetic mean of regression coefficient is greater than or equal to coefficient of correlations. Like if I take the arithmetic mean means 1 by 2 byx plus bxy. Okay, this is arithmetic mean. It is always greater than or equals to r. R means correlation coefficient. Okay, of the data set. Now both regression coefficient will have the same sign, that is either both are positive or both are negative. This is very important things. Okay, the regression coefficient, both the regression coefficient bxy and byx, both the regression coefficient, either they are both are positive or both are negative. It is not possible that bxy is positive and byx is negative. It's not possible. Positive negative means you know very well, right? So either bxy and byx both are positive, greater than equals to 0, or I mean greater than 0, or both are negative, or both are negative. Okay, as I told you, right? Just a minute. So that the sign of the, okay, the sign of the coefficient, correlation coefficient, this is also important point. The sign of the correlation coefficient, sorry, the sign of the correlation coefficient, okay, the same as a regression coefficient sign. That means r is greater than equals to 0, greater than 0 means r is positive. If bxy is positive, means obviously bxy positive means byx is also positive, as I told you right now. So bxy and byx both are positive means r is positive, means greater than 0. Both are negative, bxy and byx both are negative means r is also negative. This thing is important. Okay, sometimes we will just give you the numerical value. So I will give you some numerical value and I will ask you to calculate the value of r. Okay, r is positive or negative, okay, or 0, okay, depending on the scenario. Okay. So next thing is the properties of line of regressions. The two regression lines x on y and y on x always intersect at their means. So I will tell you what is a line of regression, but for the time being, what you have to know, there are two line of regressions. Always there are two line of regression. One is x on y. Okay, whenever we have the regression coefficient of x on y will play the role. Similarly, y on x, whenever we have the regression coefficient of y on x will play the role. Both the equations, regression lines, okay, both the regression lines will intersect each other, at which point? At the point of x bar and y bar. At the point of x bar and y bar. Now tell me, x bar and y bar means, x bar means arithmetic mean of a, x. Arithmetic mean of x, and y bar means arithmetic mean of y. Okay, the x data and y data is given to you. Just calculate the arithmetic mean, add them and divide by the number of data sets, and that will be the point of intersection of these two regression lines. As I told you earlier already, that r square equals to byx and bxy. So r equals to under root of byx and bxy, and always remember that sign of r, bxy and byx all are going to be same always. Either they are positive or they are negative. If r equals to 0, then the regression coefficients are also 0. Okay, it may be possible r equals to 0. R equals to 0 means no correlation in between the variables. Okay, there is no correlation, no, neither positive correlation nor a negative correlation. Okay, the regression lines becomes identical if r equals to plus or minus 1. It follows the from the regression equation that x equals to x bar and y equals to y bar. If r equals to 0, the lines are perpendicular to each other. That means I'm talking about regression lines. Okay, so whenever r equals to 1 or minus 1, they becomes identical. Okay, that means both the regression line x on y and y on x, both the regression line are identical whenever r equals to plus or minus 1. But if r equals to 0, both the line are going to be perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular means 90 degree. First line and second line are 90 degree to each other. Okay, just a minute. Now we'll go for some examples. First example, the regression line of a sample are given as, okay, regression line is given as x plus 6y equals to 6 and 3x plus 2y equals to 10. Now first thing is that find the sample mean x bar and y bar and the coefficient of correlation between x and y. That means you have to find r. Coefficient of correlation means r, Sample means x bar and y bar. How to calculate x bar and y bar from these two equation? This two equation is given to you. Take the just find the solution. Find the solution from these two equation. We will get x bar and y bar, because I told you two regression lines. Two regression lines. One is x on y, another one is y on x. Are always intersect each other. At which point? X bar and y bar. Okay. And the finally also estimate y when x equals to 12. You have to estimate y when x equals to 12. Now I have to estimate y when x equals to 12. That means which equation will play the role? Y on x. Which equation will play the role? Y on x, not x on y, because we are going to estimate y. Okay, when x equals to 12. Now x is going to be a independent variable. Y is dependent variable. That's why y on x. So the regression linear equations passing from x bar and y bar. So we can easily substitute first equation and second equation by x bar and y bar. Solving these two equations, we'll get x equals to 3 and y equals to x bar equals to 3 and y bar equals to 1 by 2. X bar equals to 3 and y bar equals to 1 by 2. This is going to be sample mean. First question has been answered. Okay. So second question, the coefficient of correlation coefficients. Now let us assume x plus 6y equals to 6 be the line of regression of y on x. I don't know. Right now I don't know whether it is your y on x equation or it is your y on x equation. For the time being, what I'm assuming that the first equation, this equation is your y on x equation. Okay. If it is your y on x equation or regression equation of y on x, then we will try to write it in terms of y equals to mx plus c. All right. We will try to write this equation is y equals to mx plus c, some form of this, because we are planning to we are planning to say that this equation is y on x. All right, this equation is y on x. So we, after writing these terms in terms of y equals to mx plus c, what we will get? We will get y equals to minus 1 by 6 x plus c. So this is your slope. What is your slope? Slope equals to minus 1 by 6. Slope equals to minus 1 by 6. Now this slope is equals to byx. If everything is correct, this slope is equals to byx. Okay, because slope is byx. As I told you, byx means regression coefficient of y on x. All right, this slope is byx. Now, yes, I can write it like over here. Slope is byx. So byx equals to minus 1 by 6, the coefficient. Similarly, I can assume if it is your regression line on y on x, other line is going to be x on y. Which one is the other line? Other line is this one. This line is your other line. This is your x on y line. Still it is assumption. Still it is assumption. It may be possible at the last we can say that it is not true. Okay. So let's go for it. So if it is x on y, so I will try to write this equation in terms of x equals to my plus b, some terms of this like that. So writing this, we will get x equals to minus 2 by 3y plus 10 by 3. Now bxy equals to minus 2 by 3. I'll get bxy equals to minus 2 by 3. Now what is the next task? The next task is the value of r. I will calculate the value of r, and we know the formula, value of r equals to under root byx times bxy. And if I multiply under root byx, since both are negative, okay, both are negative, byx and bxy both are negative. So if I multiply these two and take the under root, I will get plus or minus 1 by root 3. And we know that the value of r equals to 1 by 3. The value of r equals to 1 by 3, it is always true. Why it is true? Why it is true? Because the value of r always lying between minus 1 to 1. Okay, value of r, correlation coefficient are always in between minus 1 to 1. Suppose in some cases I get like byx equals to 5 and bxy equals to, after choosing these equations, okay, bxy equals to, let's say, 2 by 3. Now if I multiply these two, 5 and 2 by 3, 5 times 2 by 3, I will get 10 by 3. Now 10 by 3 is greater than 1. 10 by 3 means what? 3 point something, which is greater than 1, which is not possible if I take the under root. If I take the under root of 10 by 3, still it is greater than 1, which is not possible as equals to the value of r, because it is greater than 1. Then we will, okay, we will stop at that point, and I will say that our assumption was wrong. That means the first equation is not y on x. The first equation is x on y, and the second equation is y on x. In this case, in this particular case, our assumption was correct. In this particular case, our assumption was correct. Why correct? Because I will get the value of r equals to plus or minus 1 by 3, or the value of r equals to 1 by 3, which is less than 1, or minus 1 to 1, in between minus 1 to 1. That means the value of r always in between minus 1 and 2 1, it is exists here. That means our assumption was correct. The first equation is y on x, second equation is x on y. All right, now my question is that what is the value of r? Since bxy and byx both are negative, bxy and byx both are negative, right? Both are negative. Bxy equals to minus 2 by 3, byx minus 1 by 6. Both are negative means r equals to also negative. So r is not equals to plus or minus 1 by 3. R equals to minus 1 by 3. Why minus 1 by 3? Because bxy and byx both are negative. So finally, we get the value of correlation coefficient r equals to minus 1 by 3. Now, once I calculate the value of r, like last thing is that estimate the value of y when x equals to 12. Direct use the formula. This equation will help you. This equation will help you because y on x. This equation is y on x. This equation is y on, because this is our assumption and assumption was correct. This equation was y on x, y equals to minus 1 by 6 x plus 1. So x equals to 12. All right, x equals to 12. Put it over here. I will get y equals to minus 1. So assumption is y equals to minus 1. This is your estimation. Okay. Please confirm me, write down C on chat box if this whole question is clear to you. This is the biggest idea. If it is clear, then everything other concept of regression lines will be easily clear to you. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Request minute after long days I teach you. Okay, I can understand maybe there's some problem, but still, if you have any doubts, please ask me and write down C on chat box if it is clear to you. Quick.
Sir, repeat please.
Which one, Deepak?
Uh, all question, all example.
Uh, all example. You didn't get anything of that? You didn't get
Can
anything of that,
no?
Deepak?
Yes, sir.
You didn't get anything of that from the beginning?
Yes, all beginning.
Okay, let me explain it again. Let me explain it again. The first thing is that read the question first. Okay. Always remember there are two type of regression lines. Okay, Deepak. Not only Deepak, all of you please listen carefully. Again, I will ask you to write down C on chat box. Okay. So whenever I'm explaining, please try to understand the concept. Okay. The concept is important here. So first thing is that whenever I'm asking about the regression line, there are two regression line is given to you. One is this one is this one. Okay. But I don't know which one is y on x, which one is x on y. Okay. First thing is that they ask you to find the sample means. Sample means is the point of intersection of these two equations. Point of intersection means just solve these two equations and find the value of x and y. You know very well how to solve this simple two equations of x and y. Substitute, just substitute. Okay, find the value of x and put it over here and get the value of y. Find the value of, after getting the value of y, put it over here, get the value of x. Just substitute back, you will get the value of x bar and y bar. So simple substitution and simple uh, um, satisfaction, like this two equation has been satisfied by x equals to 3 and y equals to 1 by 2. X bar equals to 3, y bar equals to 1 by 2. That means these two equations having, this is a point of intersection. Is that clear, Deepak? X bar equals to 3 and y bar equals to 1 by 2. Is that clear, Deepak?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. The next thing is that we have to find the coefficient of correlation, that is correlation coefficient between x and y. That is, we have to find r. Okay. Now we know the formula of r. What is the formula of r? Formula of r is under root bxy times byx. Bxy times byx. Now what is bxy and byx? Byx means regression coefficient of y on x, and byxy is regression coefficient of x on y. Now I don't know among these two equations which one is x on y and which one is y on x. I don't know. It may be y on x or it may be x on y. It may be y on x or it may be x on y. I don't know. I have to assume, and I have to decide according to our assumptions, right? So first I assume without loss of generality. Without loss of generality, I assume x plus 6y equals to 6. The first equation is y on x. First equation is y on x. You can assume x on y also. Okay, you want to see what will happen if I assume it as x on y. If I assume it as an x on y, I will directly write x equals to minus 6y plus 6, minus 6y plus 6. Now it is in the form. Now what is bxy? Tell me. Because we are assuming this is x on y, right? Green color means x on y. I assume. Okay. So x on y means bxy equals to minus 6. This is the coefficient. This coefficient is minus 6. So bxy equals to minus 6. So if I assume this equals to x on y, then this must be y on x now. This must be y on x. So again, we will write it in terms of y on x. So how to write y on x? 2y equals to minus 3x plus 10. Then y equals to minus 3 by 2x plus 5. So what is your byx? Byx equals to minus 3 by 2. Now both are minus. Bxy and byx both are minus. So what is the next step? Next step, multiply them. Byx and bxy, multiply them. Let them multiply. Minus 6 times minus 3 by 2. So it's 18 by 2. It's 9. Now if I take the under root, why I'm taking under root? Because the value of r equals to under root of byx times bxy. So if I take the value under root sign, r equals to, I will get under root 9. Under root 9 means 3. 3 is neither less than 1 nor greater than 1, nor greater than minus 1. That means the value of r, we know that the value of r always lying between minus 1 to 1. Otherwise, the value of r is wrong. So is it possible the value of r equals to 3? It is not possible. Value of r equals to 3 is not possible. Value of r equals to 3 is not possible means our assumption y on x, x on y both are wrong. Wrong assumption. Wrong assumption. So what is the right assumption? Now right assumption is the first equation is y on x and the second equation is x on y. So these are the wrong assumption. These are the wrong assumption. Why wrong assumption? Because finally we get the value of r equals to minus r equals to 3, which is not possible. Okay, and then the right assumption, we get the value of r equals to 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 is correct. It is in between minus 1 to 1. That's why it is a right assumption. The right one is that clear, Deepak?
Yes.
Only say yes if it is clear. Only say yes if it is clear. If you have still any doubts, please ask me, all of you. Write down C on chat box if it is clear. Otherwise, ask your doubts 1,000 times.
Clear, sir.
C on chat box if it is clear only. Okay, very good. Okay, so once I get it, since the value of bxy and byx both are negative, bxy and byx both are negative. Okay, look at this. Bxy and byx both are negative means the value of r is also negative. That means plus or minus 1 by root 3, I will take only minus 1 by root 3. So r equals to minus 1 by root 3. Okay, not plus 1 by root 3. And estimated value of y when x equals to 12, we will use y on x. We will use y on x, not x on y. Why y on x? Because we have to estimate y when x equals to 12. That means y on x. Okay. If they ask you the opposite one, if they ask you estimate the value of x when y equals to 5, then you have to use x on y. Okay. Now we will use y on x. The y on x equation is this. This is your y on x equation, and this is your x on y equation. Okay. So y on x equation, if I use, I will get the value of y equals to minus 1. That's all. Next question. So example number 2, the following data is given to you, okay, regarding the height and weight, okay, of 100 college students. This is the numerical and data sets, numerical data sets. Okay, everything will be given here. Summation x squared, summation y squared, summation xy, everything is given to you. Find the coefficient and correlation coefficient between height and weight. Also find the equation of the regression, equation of regressions of height and weight. So first n equals to 100. 100 college students is given. So all you have to do is point out the major uh, points, like what is actually given to you. N equals to 100. The first thing is given to you. Then what is the value of bxy? Formula of bxy. This formula I cannot help you anymore. You have to memorize. You have to memorize. Okay. So first one, the above one is covariance, and then below one is sigma x. Okay, like sigma x means standard deviation of x. Okay, so summation xy by summation x minus summation x times summation y. So everything is given to you. If you observe, every term by term manner is given to you. Summation xy. What is summation xy? This is summation xy. Put it summation xy. Then summation x. What is summation x? This is summation x. Put it over here. Summation y. What is summation y? This is summation y. Put it over here. Every terms are given to you. What you have to do, you have to memorize everything in using the formula. Okay. Now you may ask me, so how to remember the formula? That is, you have to use some logic. I cannot give you the mug up strategy. Okay. You have to use some logic, practice well. Okay. Do this question at least 5 times. You will automatically remember this formula. Okay. That is, you have to do. That is totally your part. Okay. Not, that is not my part. Okay. If you remember this formula, put this, everything will get 0.1, byx equals to 0.1, and bxy equals to 3.6. byx equals to 0.1 and bxy equals to 3.6. Now you may, if I multiply r equals to, I will get point, just 0.6 under root of byx and bxy 0.6. Now everything is positive. Everything is positive. Now that's why I will take this r equals to positive. Okay, r is a positive 0.6 because byx and bxy both are positive. Now what is x bar and y bar? X bar equals to summation x by n, y bar equals to summation y by n. Just plug in the value of summation x and summation y from this given questions and put it. I will get 150 and 68. So the regression line, equation of the regression line on of y on x. First y on x. Y on x regression line is y minus y bar. Y minus y bar equals to byx, because we are using y on x, that's why it is byx. Okay, byx times x minus x bar. Put it, put the formula, we'll get this one. So y equals to this. This is the first equation of y on x regression line. Similarly, equation of x on y regression line, x on y equals to x minus x bar equals to bxy times y minus y bar. Put it, we'll get this one. This very standard type of equations, the standard type of questions can appear in your exam, but what you what you have to remember in exam, the formula. That much is your part. Okay, this two formula is totally your part. If you remember this formula, everything is given to you. Just keep the value and put it. Keep the value and put it. Keep the value and put it. You will get the answer. And otherwise, everything is a concept. Now tell me conceptually or formula wise. If you have any problem, ask me. Otherwise, write down C on chat box if it's clear to you. All right. So if it is clear, next question is for you. Go for it. Example number 3. Find the recursion. Last question today. Not today. I have another class at 2:55. Okay. So right now this is the last question. Find the regression coefficient dxy and dyx. Hence find the coefficient correlation between x and y from the given data. Data is given to you. Now here this is some different type of question. Data is given to you. You have to find the regression coefficient dyx and dxy using the formula. Formula, as I told you in the last example, the same formula you have to use. Now to apply the formula, you have to calculate some specific table, right? So n equals to 6, you can easily count n equals to not 6, n equals to 5. Sorry, n is not 6 here, n equals to 5. Because how many data set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n equals to 5 is there, right? So when n equals to 5, you have to construct this table. You have already calculated this type of table previously, whenever you have done, I think curve fitting and everything. Okay. So this table you have to construct. X equals to y equals to, just put it, then calculate x square. Okay, just square of each and every terms of x. Then y square, square of each and every terms of y, then calculate xy. After calculating of this, what you have to do? You have to calculate summation of xy. Summation of x equals to 15. Summation y equals to 15. Summation of x square means, or add all these. Okay, 49. Summation of y square means 49 again. Summation of xy equals to 44. Once I get all this stuff, directly I will put the formula. Byx equals to, formula is summation xy. This formula, remember, this formula you have to memorize. No one can help you in this formula. Okay, formula you have to memorize. Not a difficult task. Keep practicing 5 or 10 times, automatically you can memorize this formula. Okay, so byx equals to summation xy minus summation x times summation y by n divided by summation x square minus summation x whole square by n. Now put it. First summation xy equals to 44. This is summation xy, 44. 15 times 15, summation x times summation y. This is 15 times 15 by 5. Summation x square is 49. Put it, 49. Summation x whole square. Summation x whole square means 15 whole square. Okay. 15 whole square. 15 is summation x whole square. 15 square by 5. If we calculate, I get minus. So since the value of byx is minus, so automatically you can assume that bxy is also minus and r is also minus, right? This is your bxy and this is your r. Now r is, since both are negative, the value of r is negative, not positive, negative 2.5. That is what they ask you to calculate. Please cross check it, and once you done, please write down C on chat box. That's all about today. Any question, please ask me. Otherwise, write down C on chat box. Do ask me if you have any questions. All right, guys. Okay, that's all about this lectures. And the next lecture, I will start another new chapter. Okay. Also, I will upload this PPT. Okay, in the next class. And also, I will give you the home assignment task. Okay, you have to do it faster because not much time is left. So within this week, you have to complete the assignments and everything. Okay. So okay. So please write down your roll number on chat box, mentioning your class. Okay. Yeah, it may be possible that I will put the roll number attendance. Many attendance is pending. I will complete it maybe within 1 or 2 days. Okay. Follow this strictly and have a nice day. See you on the next class.